We've all had extremely awful ideas at some point in our life. It's part of the human condition. We're cursed to occasionally think of the stupidest shit possible. I'll go ahead and share one of my worst ideas ever with all of you, and I know I've brought this up before, but I think it's always worth mentioning again. For what it's worth, I still think this could have been a banger video. I'm not convinced it's actually a stinky idea, but my friends stepped in and slapped some sense into me. I wanted to do a breast milk tier list, where we get a lot of different breast milk from some strangers and compare it to see who has the best, which athlete submitted the tastiest sample. Like imagine that video. That goes so hard. That's like a Mr. Beast 100 million view video right there. Here's 100 strangers all lactating in a circle. Whoever has the best breast milk wins a house. Point is, we didn't do it, and this is what separates us from the true lunatics. We're able to recognize when an idea is terrible and shouldn't be acted upon. At least most of us. Like I said, in terms of breast milk, I still think there was a nugget of genius with that idea. But the ability to not actually go through on a horrible idea is extremely important and apparently a skill some people lack. I want to show you a video as well as go over a situation that happened in Mississippi this week where a daycare worker was convinced it was a good idea to go into the daycare wearing a scream mask and yelling and shaking kids for no reason at all other than to be cruel. Not that there's ever a reason to put on like a Halloween mask and start like trying to jump scare 4-year-olds. I can't really think of a situation where that would make sense. It'd be justified like, oh, I see. So the reason you went up and started yelling and screaming at this 4-year-old spitting on their face is because they didn't write their name in cursive properly. Ah, okay, now I get it. Just an all-around fucking stupid decision from this lady here to do this. It's pretty disturbing to watch, so I'm not going to show you too much of it. It's pretty hard to sit through. And these kids are so young that if you put like a ball behind your back, they're going to think it vanished. These are really young kids we're talking about here who are very, very scared and upset about this. So I have no doubt that they probably went home fucking frightened. Like, it could have been traumatizing, I have no doubt. The daycare worker did get fired. I'll give you the good news right away. They were investigated and fired for this incident based on what I read. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of it. Hey, calm down, kids. It's just a prank. What? Why aren't you laughing? It's a YouTube prank video. What don't you get about it? Oh, lighten up. Come on. Oh, why are the parents upset? What, you sent your kids to daycare to like learn or be safe or something? No, I'm letting the demon out. I'm scaring the shit out of them. That's what daycare is all about, I guess. Just an all-around completely brain dead idea here. And you would think they'd stop after this first room here, like maybe they're so stupid they didn't grasp that kids are obviously going to be afraid of yelling in a creepy mask. So you'd think that they're like, oh, okay, this was a bad idea, maybe delete the video and we're never going to talk about this again. But they were so confident and having so much fun, they did this to the entire daycare, even after this first room. I always hate when people say this and reference the show, even though I did like the show, but it truly does feel like a scene straight out of The Office where Michael cooks up the dumbest fucking plan imaginable and then does it. I get the same vibe from this whole situation as I do something from that show. Now, I first saw this on Twitter, and Twitter being this repository of the dumbest fucking most unhinged takes of all time, I expected a lot of the comments to say things like, kids are too soft these days anyway, we need to toughen them up. In fact, I don't think the daycare worker went far enough. We need to start feeding them nails in their cereal and motor oil in their milk. Make them big and tough, grow up big and strong for the harsh world we live in here. But to my surprise, I actually didn't see any of those takes. This was so indefensible that not even the most brain-rotted zombies on Twitter came out in support of this in any way. It really is just a genuinely horrible idea, start to finish, top to bottom. It's just a crazy lady who thought this was a good idea to just traumatize the kids there. And she's not alone, by the way. She does have an accomplice. I didn't show her in the video, but the woman filming shows another woman who's encouraging her, saying, "Oh, those kids over there have been kind of naughty. Maybe you should go scare them," which she does. So I don't know if they're using this as some form of cruel punishment for not following directions properly. I don't really know. But she's not alone. There was at least one other person who was encouraging this behavior. I'd also like to say I read a post from the woman who filmed this video. Apparently, she wasn't in cahoots with the masked lunatic here, this deranged maniac who did this. She was filming this as evidence that they're kind of fucked up. Apparently they had done this before and it wasn't filmed, so this time she wanted to make sure she got it on tape to send to the parents to let them know what was going on. Of course, this could be a lie. There's no telling for sure, but I am inclined to believe that because it doesn't sound like the woman filming is like encouraging her or anything like that, at least not that I heard. So I just wanted to at least put that out there for like complete information regarding this. I'd also like to give a personal tale from the past of Charles, a little lore dump here, some exposition. I do remember being in like 3rd or 4th grade, and for Halloween sometimes a teacher would dress up or decorate the room and maybe even make it like a creepy like moment scare thing. But it was always so quick where it was like, "Ah, gotcha. It's just me, the teacher. Miss Algebra here." You know, like Scooby-Doo where they unmask the thing so that way the kids aren't super afraid. Also, I was like 9 or 10. You know, I wasn't like 4 years old like the kids in this video. So I think there is just a huge difference. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with teachers having fun with Halloween in the classroom, like decorating it, or even doing like a ooh, spooky moment thing. But it has to be something quick and not fucking traumatizing like this. There's just no place for that. At the end of the day, when you play a prank or you do like a lighthearted scare that's supposed to be in good fun, afterwards everyone should be able to laugh about it. They shouldn't be screaming and crying as a result of your prank or whatever. I won't show you any more clips from the video, but I would like to describe one more thing that happened in here that I found to be particularly disturbing. One of the kids gets so frightened he starts running away as quick as he can, but the lady in the mask starts chasing after him and then picks him up and brings him back to the area where she's yelling and screaming at the kids. So I feel like this is going to make every kid here hate October, as well as feel genuinely unsafe at that daycare from this point forward. And it's also going to make the parents really concerned because this is someone they've trusted with their kids. And for some reason, they decided to just start scaring the shit out of them for no reason whatsoever. So overall, just a horrible idea and a bad situation. I am happy to hear they got fired for this, 100% deserved. I think that is 100% a great move. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.